Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. A very welcome to each one of you as we kick off today's discussion on a topic that holds great significance in the realm of higher education. Basically, that is enhancing student engagement in higher education through social media utilization. Myself, Rima Shaheen, and today we are going to present this is a session series conducted by the eLearning Center, Jazan University. Let's start the discussion with one line that why we do need to raise this kind of a topic that is connected directly with the social media. When we are just heard this terminology, the first thing comes in our mind that this is a kind of a little negativity, and it's not connected with the education, and it's not related to the students and educators. But believe me, today I'm going to change your perception about the social media. It is connected with the higher education, students, learning, engagement, and many much more things are available, which I think you are not aware about the different things that is related to the education with social media. In an age defined by the seamless connectivity and the digital progress, the fusion of education with the social media present a unique opportunity to reshape the dynamic of learning. Enhancing student engagement in higher education through the utilization of social media is a dynamic and innovative approach that recognizes the evolving landscape of contemporary learning. Social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn offer a diverse array of tools that can be create an interactive and collaborative educational environment. By incorporating these platforms into the academic experience, educator can foster real-time communication, collaboration, and knowledge sharing among students. Social media provides a space for informal discussions, peer-to-peer learning, and the exchange of ideas beyond confines of a traditional classroom. Additionally, it allows for our integration of multimedia elements, making learning more visual, engaging, and accessible. So let's have a look what is actually the need of this and why we want to be focused on such kind of the platforms, which are just social media platforms, and what is basically the problem. So I define here is the problem is the digital natives. Digital native terminology may be familiar with you or not, but I'm going to explain that why we need to raise this kind of a topic to get the awareness about how we can deal our students and how we can settle down this problem, that why we do need a social media with our education to engage the students to get more productive outcomes. Yes, this is a need of time. So the term digital natives refers to a current generation of students who have grown up in a digital age, surrounded by technology from an early age. While these students are generally comfortable with the digital tools and online platforms, there is a unique set of challenges associated with the leveraging this digital proficiency for effective learning. This problem statement likely explored the issues such as the potential distraction, that information overloaded, and need for educators to adapt their teaching methods to engage digital native students effectively. So it may also touch upon the very much importance of the critical digital literacy skills to help students navigate the vast amount of information available online. To understand this more, we do need to just let's have a comparison. What is the actual meaning of the digital natives and digital immigrants? Here's another terminology that is digital immigrants. What does it mean of the digital immigrants and why we are connecting with the digital natives? The digital immigrants refers to individuals who did not grow up with digital technology but have to adopt it later in a life, unlike digital natives who were exposed to technology from an early age and are generally more comfortable with the digital tool. Digital immigrants are individuals who had to learn and adopt to technologies as adults. This concept was popularized by educational theorists, that is the mark, to describe the generational gap in terms of the technology adoption. Digital immigrants may face challenges in adopting to and fully embracing the digital landscape due to the having learned and lived in a non-digital world during their formative years. They might need to acquire new skills such as using computers, navigating the internet, and understanding digital communication tools. So this is basically a distinguish between the digital native and digital immigrants underscores the evolving nature of the technology and the impact it has no different generations experience and approaches to information and communication. So if I wrap up with some of the points, what does mean of the digital immigrants to make it more easy understand for you all that if we are talking about the immigrants, the adopter of the web technologies, prefer to talk in person, logical learners, focusing on the one task at a time, prefer to have interaction with one or few people rather than many, get informed from traditional news sites. If I'm talking about the digital natives, born during or after the digital age, always on attached to a phone or other devices, initiative learning and multitask, repeatedly task switch, and extremely social and the multimedia oriented. So now you do have a clearly idea between the digital immigrants and digital natives. So our students are basically a digital immigrants and they are just social driven mindset. Now the question is how we will be able to understand these social media driven mindsets students and how we will deal with them to engage them with their technologies they are much familiar with them. This is an important thing. Why we are struggling here to work on the different things which are just connected with the education and engage the students, because nowadays the students are not like before or a traditional. They are evolved with technology. They are digital natives. They need something which is have related to their more familiar things, more familiar platforms. So this is our responsibility to connect with them and tell them how they can be connect with the platforms which is much familiar with them and they can. So we can understand the evolving social mindset argues an awareness and adoption to the change attitude and behaviors of individuals in the context of social interaction, particularly influenced by the prevalence of social media and digital platforms. In today's world, people are more interconnected through the social networks, and their perspectives and decision-making processes are significantly shaped by their online interaction. Understanding this new social-driven mindset is crucial for businesses, educators, and any entity aiming to engage with their target audience. It involves recognizing the importance of establishing a meaningful online presence, fostering community engagement, and tailoring communication. So now the question is what we have to do. So we need to learn the language of digital natives to deal with them. For educators, learning the language of digital natives signifies the importance of understanding and adopting to communication styles and preferences of today's students who are considered digital natives. Digital natives have grown up in an era dominated by the digital technologies, making their approaches to learning and communication unique compared to previous generations. Education just is not related to the technology, but when we are just connected with the technology, that means we are just making it more productive. So educator embarrassing this concept recognize the need in incorporate digital tools, technology driven teaching methods, and online platform into their pedagogical strategies. It involves not only being proficient in using digital resources for instructions, but also understanding the digital culture that shapes students lives. This includes familiar with the social media platforms, digital collaboration tools, multimedia content that resonate the digital natives. So let's have a look at one overview. Just I'm just giving you one clear idea about what I'm talking about and how it will be impacted significant for the education, for the students and in the term of the educators as well. So let's have a look how the social media utilization is more significant in the educational system and how it help us. Let's have a one overview and then we will talk on it. So I think here you can see that there is a lot of different points. They mention that they are addicted with the different social media platform. They are using 5 hours in a day, the social media, and they are on your phone. They have health issues, addiction, and these kind of the things. But these are all the things which is just a traditional things. This is all about the negativity, which is everything have a positive and negative impact. But now our question is how we can utilize it positively with our education to make it more productive. So until now we just talking about the negative things. So it's related to the health issues, and students are not having just interest in a classroom. They are on their phones and they have on their platforms. So now the question is how we can just change the way of these all platforms become a more productive for the students, and they will be more engaged with the familiar platform, and how we can connect with the education system. Let's have a look. They can increase the student academic performance. So now let's have a look at how we can include in the study. Yes, the familiar social medias can connect with education and inspire students to become independent learners. And they facilitate them for communication and extending the learning environment beyond the classroom. help students to inform that social media is a great platform to just distributing local news and events that will be very useful, and knowledge enhancement is included in it, that social media can serve as a way of increase their education. So you can say that education can be connected with the social media and it can enhance the academic performance. We do have many useful videos and many different platforms where we can just grab the educational resources. The Facebook and the Twitter, we do have a different pages and groups. I will elaborate it one by one. So if we think or just see the perspective of getting not in a negative side, if we are seeing it in a positive side, then we do have a lot of things that can help us to engage a student in higher education with social media platforms. How? Now the question is how we can implement it. I just I'll give an overview about the things which is in a fact that we are just thinking about the negative things which is related to the social media. Even if I'm just taking a one and I'm not talking about the very you know, the educator which is just related to the technology and these things, the education or educators which are related to the some subjects which is not very technical subjects, the first line they just gave me a that social media is just waste of time. No, we are going to change the perception about the social media and the e-learning, the online learning, so that we are here to give you awareness about different platforms that you can use and you can engage your students to get the actual outcomes what you want from your students. So what we have to do for this, so first of all, let me just categorize some of the things that is the create dedicated social media group. So now we are going to plan or structure that how we will be able to engage a student in higher education with the social media platforms. That the first step we have to take is that is a created dedicated social media groups. What does it mean? That establish private or closed groups on platforms like Facebook or LinkedIn or specific courses or program. This creates a space where students can discuss course content, ask questions, and share resources. Facilitate discussion and question and answer session. Use platforms such as Twitter or Reddit for live discussion and question answer session related to course topics. Encourage the use of course specific hashtag to streamline conversation and make it easy for the students to find relevant content. And the third thing is share relevant content. Regularly share relevant articles, videos, and other educational content on social media platforms. This not only reinforces course materials but also encourage students to explore additional resources related to the subject matter. And you can utilize the visual content. They incorporate visual content such as the infographics, videos, and images to make learning material more engaging. Platforms like Instagram and Pinterest can be effective for the sharing visually appealing educational content. So these are the some of the journal perspective that you can use different platform and you can implement such kind of things. But now the question is which social media platforms for educations and which social media platforms we can use and we can engage our students more effectively rather than give them any distraction. So I'm going to fulfill this question that I'm going to tell you about the most very much familiar platform, that is a Facebook, and how we can use a Facebook in the educational system. So let's have a look at how we can just make a structure of a Facebook and how we can just create a different things with Facebook and it's connected with the education for sure. Let me explain that. First of all, you can do it, just create a Facebook group, establish a private or public Facebook group for your class, school, or educational community. Share announcement, resources, and update within the group. Encourage students to ask questions, collaborate, and share relevant content. Dear educators, keep in mind, we are sharing this kind of information to giving you more opportunities, more ways, more different things to think and just implement these kind of things to make the different variety of, you can say, you are giving your student a different variety of, just if you want to just share a resource, just go to that way that they are much interested and they are paying intention just with the platform. So you have to learn how to deal with them with technology. These all effort is not just implemented or not just sharing the content. We are just doing this effort to giving a vast and diverse different ways to the educators that they can just try, implement, understand, and then they will be able to understand their students and they can spread this information towards the students. So you can share the educational content like post articles, videos, or other education content that can enhance learning. Use the multimedia capabilities of Facebook to share lectures, presentations, or demonstrations. Also, you can conduct the live sessions and webinars, conduct live question and answer session, discussion, or webinar using Facebook Live, interact with the student in real time, answer questions, and provide additional explanation. You can do also the collaborative projects. Facilitate collaborative projects by creating groups where students can work together on assignment or share the ideas. Encourage the use of Facebook's collaboration features such as the file sharing and the document collaboration. You can also do the assessments and assignments. Use Facebook to distribute the assessments, quizzes, or surveys. Leverage the comment section for discussion and feedback on assignment. A very interesting thing that is you can connect with the different experts, connect with experts or professionals in the field of relevant to your subject, invite them to participate in a discussion, share insight, or even conduct virtual session. And feedback reflection, encourage students to share their reflection on the course or specific topic through posts or comments, provide feedback on their reflections to foster a continuous learning process. The second social media platform, that is a Twitter. It's now converted to the name of the X. So how do professors and students use Twitter for the sake of the educational purpose, and how it's effectively significant for the students in terms of the education? So let's have a look at how the X, the platform, the social media platform, the Twitter, serve us as an education platform.
Scholars have increasingly been turning to social media to connect and contribute to their research community. On Twitter, for example, they highlight their research, get feedback on their writing, ask for advice, and share resources. They do all of this in less than 140 characters. But while more scholars are using social media over time, we don't have a generalized understanding of how they use these technologies. Therefore, we developed a study that asked 3 research questions. First, how do professors and graduate students in education use Twitter? Second, which hashtags do they contribute to? Third, what factors predict how many followers someone has? But first, we needed a way to identify education professors and students. To identify people to include in our sample, we extracted all the profile details of the individuals who participated in the conference hashtag for the 2014 American Educational Research Association conference. Next, we read every individual's profile information and coded them as students or faculty. We identified 237 professors and 232 graduate students. Using the Twitter API, we then collected each person's latest 3,500 tweets and each person's background information. We examined these details to help us understand the ways they participate on Twitter, the content they shared, and their similarities, differences, and identities as scholars. Here's what we found. Over half of tweets posted by education scholars mentioned other users. About a quarter were replies to other users, and fewer than 30% of tweets were retweets. 37% of the tweets included a hashtag, and about 31% included a hyperlink. We also found that when compared to students, Professors had more followers, were included in lists created by others more often, and included more links in their tweets. Next, we examine the hashtags these scholars used. Hashtags can tell us about the online community scholars participate in, which in turn can help us better understand scholars' identities online. While most hashtags were used by only one or two scholars, we identified 136 hashtags that were used the most. Some hashtags, like @chat, related to education. Others, like Black Lives Matter, were about civil rights or social justice. And some, like Follow Friday, were part of general internet culture. Third, to help us understand whether social media metrics, such as follower count, are appropriate measures of scholarly influence, we looked at the factors that impacted how many followers a user had. People who had the most followers had typically been on Twitter longer, posted more tweets, followed more people, and identified themselves as professors rather than students. Our findings provide insight into a number of areas. Three key ones are the following: participation equity, differences based on roles, and scholars' online participation. First, many believe that social media platforms like Twitter provide a more egalitarian space for scholarly practices. However, our work shows that there is significant variation in how scholars participate on Twitter. Reaching a large audience on social media is dependent on a number of factors unrelated to the quality of one's scholarly work. We need to remember that these online spaces can be manipulated. Some scholars may be more capable to exploit the commons than others. Second, results show that professional roles impact participation. For example, our analysis showed that professors tended to have more followers than students did, they use hashtags more frequently, and they seemed more comfortable posting on possibly controversial topics like civil rights. Future research should explore whether participation differences exist based upon other demographic factors such as gender, race, and age. Finally, and third, while scholars do use Twitter as a way of participating in the scholarly community, the hashtags they use are diverse and extend well beyond traditional scholarship. When investigating scholars' online participation, we need to remember that scholarship is only a fragment of what academics do online. To fully understand academics and students' online participation, we need to look beyond just scholarly activities. More detailed explanation.
This is all about the Twitter, that we do have a different variety. We can do just upload with the hashtags, and we have opportunity to identify that how we will be able to spread the things which is beneficial and productive for the students. Before going towards the more platform, I just want to do a one question to all of you, all of the participants, that I'm just going to create a poll and you just need to answer that. We do have a many more social media, and I just line up more connected, more effective social media, and I'm going to just open up to all of you. But before that, I need a one question to answer. I'm just going to create a poll and you can just answer that question. Are you ready for that? Okay, my question is, this is basically a mid of the session, and what do you think, which platform is more productive? You will share the just your point of view, that which platform you used as educator to spread educational content. I'm not talking about the LMS. I'm not talking about the Blackboard. I'm talking about the social media platforms. For example, the most familiar platforms I'm going to write down here. Okay, you have four options. You can select and we can move forward. I'm going to launch this poll. Okay, it's safe, and now it will be appear in front of your screens. You just select the option. Yes, very well said that every platform have its own features and productive things, but YouTube, most of the people think about that YouTube is a more effective for the education. Okay, I do need answer on this poll question. We have a limited time and we do have mashallah 21 participants, so I need answer from all of them. Please participate on it. Yes, please, everyone. You can see in your screen that there is a one poll question that which platform you use as educator to spread educational content. So you can select any of them. Or if you use any other platform, you can write it down in a chat box. Like I mentioned, the Facebook, the YouTube, the Instagram, or no one you just use to spread your information. So you can write or click the option no one. Or if you use something which is not in a list, you can write it up in chat box. Okay, it's time going to up. And we do have just response of 11 participants. We do have a 21 participants. I do need an answer of this question. It will make more interesting the rest of the session. Please, I do need answer for this question. Which platform you think is more good and you already used for the educational content? Okay, 12 participants just answer, and the majority is going with the YouTube. Just few more seconds. Please answer this question. If you didn't use any platform, you can just check the last option, that is the no one you use. Just 5 more seconds. Okay, done. I'm going to end this poll. And I will share the result of this poll to in front of all of you. Okay, we do have a very interesting result that most of you using the YouTube for just sharing your educational content with the students. Here is the two things raise up. Like the first good news that we have an actual correct audience right now, that they are familiar with the social media platform and the significance of the platform. And the second thing, we do have just 10 members, they are just sharing with the YouTube platform. It means it's very good and effective way to get the knowledge of the different other websites, so other platform, to the effectivity, the features, that if they are using the YouTube, then they will be eligible to use the other platform to share the knowledge more effectively. So thank you so much for your answer. Now let's move toward the session. Okay. The second platform I'm going to discuss is a YouTube. And in my audience, the most of you are much familiar with the YouTube and they are already using it. But let me just identify that the more features, maybe you are not familiar with it, or we just see inside, like with the perception that how we can make it a more productive and effective for the students, just using a YouTube platform, just sharing the education content and resources. So YouTube is a highly significant for education for sure, and its impact on learning is just for the several reasons. I'm just explaining some of them. If I'm talking about the access to diverse content, YouTube provides a very vast array of content on almost every subject imaginable. This includes educational videos, tutorials, lectures, demonstrations from experts in various fields. User can access the content ranging from the basic concept to advanced topics, making it a valuable resource for learner for all levels. Or if I'm talking about some visual and interactive learning, video content is often more engaging and memorable than that traditional text-based materials. So visual and auditory element help learner understand complex concept more easily, and the educational channels on YouTube often use graphics, animations, and the real-world examples to enhance the learning experiences. What does mean of the global learning community? Basically, the global learning community, the YouTube connects learners with a global community. Students can benefit from the diverse perspectives, different teaching styles, and a variety of cultural approaches to education. To comment section, they just write and allow them to interact, question, and discussion, fostering a sense of community among learners. A very interesting and very productive thing that is a self-paced learning. The YouTube allow learners to control the pace of their education. User can pause, rewind, rewatch videos as needed, cater to individual learning styles and preferences. This flexibility is especially beneficial for the self-directed learner and those who need to review material at their own pace. The important part is accessibility. The YouTube is easily accessible, requiring only an internet connection. This accessibility makes it an invaluable tool for the learner who may not have access to traditional classroom resources. The platform also supports closed captioning and subtitles, improving accessibility for individuals with hearing impairment or these who just speak language other than the one in the video. So it's more accessible. Innovative teaching methods, you can use that educator and institutions use YouTube to explore innovative teaching methods. Flipped classrooms, virtual labs, blended learning environment can be facilitated through the platform. Teacher can create their own channels to share supplementary materials, provide extra help, or even conduct virtual classroom. And if we are talking about the career and skill development, YouTube hosts a variety of tutorials and skill building content, making it a valuable resource for the vocational and career development. User can learn just practical skills, software usage, or even prepare for certification exams. Most important thing that is a free and low cost education. That much of education content on YouTube is freely accessible. just you can just education and making available for the people around the world at no cost. Some educational channels offer premium content or courses at a course, providing additional revenue streams for educators and creators. So this is all about the YouTube. So these all things are very much significant, and it's very important for the students to share such kind of things. The next one, the LinkedIn learning. Most of us are using a LinkedIn basically to show up our professional portfolio or a professional profile, to show up in a LinkedIn our achievements, our just portfolio which is related to our profession. But there is a very interesting thing that LinkedIn also giving you opportunity for in the term of the learning as well. Let's have a look that how we will be eligible to create a LinkedIn learning, and how we can facilitate our students with this information or awareness that how they will be able to get the LinkedIn learning platform, and how they can just grab the different kind of the skills are there and how they can use. Let's have a look about the LinkedIn learning, how it serves as a productive educational platform.
Learn more, achieve more. That's the message LinkedIn Learning has for individuals and organizations. Our goal is to help you and your employees discover and learn the skills needed to be productive and successful through a highly personalized, data-driven, engaging learning experience. LinkedIn Learning combines three core elements: diverse and high-quality content, personalized curation, and anytime, anywhere convenience. But it begins with content. Our content covers topics employees must have to be successful, and topics organizations need to engage, develop, and retain top talent in today's competitive job market. Courses are taught by industry experts, all with real-world experience. Our business library covers courses on leadership and management, talent management, effective communication, strategy, and career development. Our technology library covers in-demand topics, including programming, infrastructure and operations, data science, and networking that are critical to software engineering and IT managers. Our creative library covers topics for CAD and creative professionals, with an emphasis on design and staying on top of emerging trends and technologies. In addition to our diverse content, unique insights from the world's largest professional network allow us to create a personalized learning experience for you and your employees. With 450 million member profiles and billions of engagements on LinkedIn.com, we have a unique view of how jobs, industries, organizations, and skills continually evolve. With this data, we can identify the skills you and your employees need and deliver expert-led courses to help attain those skills. These same insights also empower managers or L&D professionals to easily identify and recommend the most relevant content to their teams and employees. Today's workforce has more competing demands for their time than ever before. To help make it convenient to learn anytime, anywhere, our mobile apps for Android and iOS allow you and your employees to take our industry experts everywhere, including offline. We're proud of our courses and our platform, but mostly we're proud that millions of people will acquire the skills needed to be more productive and successful. With LinkedIn Learning, we're introducing a revolution in learning and an evolution of you and your organization.
So, what do you think? This is the best thing that you are getting. You do have all kind of the categories. You do have all kind of the fields, and all the related resources with one platform, which is authentic, and have a multi-talented and multi just experts, so they are connected in a one place, and you can just refer your students with these kind of the platforms to just grab their different kind of the extra resources, and they can just polish their skills as well. So let's have a look what else we
Learn
have.
more.
The next one is Discord. Discord, I think maybe you are not familiar with this name, but this is a social media platform, and it can be just play a very significant role in the educational system for the students. So let's have a look how we can use this Discord and how it will be helped as educator or a student as well.
This is how Discord works in 148,000 milliseconds or less. Discord gives you one place that helps everyone stay in touch and talk easily. Everything on Discord is organized into servers. Servers are places where everyone in your group can meet, talk, and be with each other. I'm starting this server for my university dodgeball team, so I'm going to come up with a unique and creative name like Dodgeball. I'm even going to add our super cool dodgeball logo, which is someone not dodging a ball. Now, I'm going to invite the whole crew. And for people not currently on Discord, I can easily send them a link by email, text, or tiny rolled up scrolls delivered by foxes. With everyone joining, I want to start creating different text channels for all our dodgeball related messages. I'll also create a tournament channel where we can track.
So you can see that there is a different variety of the things in a one platform, that if you are connected with the students and creating a different channels to make a communication discussion on assignment on a topic or anything, so you can create it. So it will be a more interesting for the students. Why? Because this is have a different variety of things to just sharing, not just typically I want a discussion post and they are just doing the answer, or just they are submitting the assessments and all these things. To make it a more engaging for the students, we do need to just use such kind of the platforms. So this is one of them. You can see there is a variety of the things in a one platform you can use for your students to engage them.
Our upcoming games, and a private channel just for the coaches. Now we can talk about specific stuff in designated channels without having to worry about interrupting.
This platform is not just giving opportunity to deal with your students, it's also giving you a very different variety of the opportunities to connect with your just your colleagues and educators, other educators, like your different kind of the we do have a one kind of the subject, we have a multiple different educators there, and we can connect in a one chat, and they can discuss and they can just create a different strategies, and they can just collaborate on it. So it's a very interesting thing to just share your things and structures and strategies and resources within one platform.
Other conversations. We can also have a private space for people with the coach role, which we'll talk about more in our next video. For those times when we just want to talk, see each other's faces, or just enjoy some company, there's voice channels. Think of these as open phone and video conversations that you can casually drop in and out of, or use to host bigger things like a meeting. See someone in a voice channel? Just pop in, hang out for as long as you like, and leave when you want.
So you can see that here the Discord is giving you opportunity to create a voice call, or just sharing your discussion or conversation by the voice call directly within very more with all the other features. If I'm right now talking about the Facebook, if there is some kind of the discussion, but you can't just pass your the voice notes and these kind of things you can't do on a post or a discussion forum. So this platform is giving you a more variety of opportunities, features. You can use it and make it more engaging.
It's like joining a friend on the couch and chatting. Talk about your day, talk about dodgeball, have a 2-hour debate about why deep dish pizza is an abomination to the culinary world, and end entire friendships. And voice channels aren't just voice channels, they're for voice, video, and screen sharing too. So whether we're talking through strategies or showing off the team's new logo, we can do it together live. Leaving a voice channel is easy. Just disconnect. It's almost as powerful as flapping a flip phone closed. Almost. Discord has many uses, from a casual club to an organized community to something more small and personal. You can customize Discord to fit your group so you can stay in touch. What you do with Discord is up to you. Have any feedback, questions, want to say hi? Don't hesitate to reach out to us. Even if you're just looking for dodgeball tips, we'll try our best.
So this is one of the platform you can
This is how
use
Discord.
it. So now let's talk about the next one, that is a Padlet. So let's have a look what is actually and how it works. This is also a social media platform where you can use it for the educational purpose for your students. So let's have a look how it's worked.
Welcome to Padlet. Padlet is a place to make beautiful boards, documents, and web pages that are easy to read and fun to contribute to. You can gather a variety of media attachments by uploading them, searching for them, or even creating them in real time.
So here you have an opportunity to connect with the other platform, that is a YouTube as well. So you can see here the YouTube, Spotify, web, GIF, images. So here is a different kind of varieties and platforms are connected, and you can grab the information and connect in a one platform.
Or even creating them in real time. To get started, head to Padlet.com and sign up for a free account. Once that is done, you can go ahead and create your first Padlet. There is a variety of formats you can pick from. You can choose Canvas, a popular format that gives you all the autonomy to place posts wherever and however you want. Or if you're looking for something a little more structured, Shelf may be the right format for you.
So here's the place where you can show up your content, that in a different categories. If you want to just show up your just related to your the subject, the content, infographics, so you can just upload in this.
Welcome to Padlet, creating them in. To get started, sign up for a free account. Once that is done, you can go ahead and create your first Padlet. There is a variety of formats you can pick from. You can choose Canvas, a popular format that gives you all the autonomy to place posts wherever and however you want. Or if you're looking for something a little more structured, Shelf may be the right format for you. The possibilities are endless, and you can head to padlet.com/gallery for more inspiration on how to use Padlet. The customization does not end here. Once you pick a format, you will find that there are a lot of ways to make this Padlet unique to you. You can create a custom URL, pick your favorite wallpaper, and choose how you would like to interact with your visitors. Once you are ready, you can share your Padlet easily in many ways, such as inviting members, copying the link, or using the.
See, you do have a different options of sharing this pattern, that if you want to just add a member, you can invite the members, and you just make the privacy to the public, that visitor can just read it out and see that. You can also change the privacy as well, and just you can share with the copy link to clipboard and share with your students and to the different platform media like from WhatsApp and email. So you can just share the QR code as well. Or if you want to embed this palette to any kind of the website or anywhere, so you can just choose this one, embed in your blog or your website, or just you can send directly email as well.
QR code. We hope you enjoy using Padlet.
So these are the all social media platforms I describe here, and the different kind of the features. We do have a different variety that how we will be able to engage our students with their more familiar and more interesting social media platforms to convert the directions toward the education rather than to the distraction. So I can just wrap up this all session with one line, that is that digital native needs mentoring rather than monitoring. So you will be as educator agree on me if you understand the need of the all the technologies and the latest thing that in today's digital age, the phrase if I'm talking about that is the digital natives need mentoring rather than monitoring, underscores the importance of actively guiding individuals who have grown up immersed in technology, going to describe those familiar with digital tools from an early age. Digital native encounter both challenges and opportunities in digital landscape. The assertion suggests just prioritizing mentoring over passive monitoring, encouraging just parents, teachers, and mentor to engage with and educate digital natives. Rather than imposing restrictions, mentoring focuses on the developing critical digital literacy skills, promoting responsible online behavior, and navigating the dynamic digital environment. This approach just you can say it's an open communication and empower digital natives to leverage technology for creativity, innovation, and the personal growth. Ultimately, the call of the mentoring knowledge to need to actively guide and educate the younger generation for success in the just digital world. Thank you so very much to all of you. I hope I explained the things well, and today's session is productive for all of you, and just sharing the information which is unique for you, all of you. I just do have a request: implement these kind of things and just make different ways to make engage the students with the different kind of the technology, because now technology is unnecessary for the education system, and we should accept it. So if you have any question, you can ask me, or if you want to repeat me something, you can ask freely. Thank you so much.